Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we are going to be rebuilding Willem II, which is a Dutch side in the Keukenkampioen-divisie, so currently in the second tier of Dutch football, and we're going to be rebuilding them with only Dutch players. And you might think to yourself, hey, why did you choose this team? Well, this team does have a very rich history, already winning the Eredivisie, so the best league in the Netherlands, 3 times from 1960, 1952 and 1955, so they are kind of a fallen giant now in the second tier of Dutch football, like I already mentioned, and we are going to bring them back up and to hopefully, in the end of course, win the Eredivisie and maybe a lot more. Without any further ado, let's jump straight into the team that they currently have, and as you can see, it's not looking too bad. It's all very much the same level. One of the best players, Tommy Santiago, who was currently at SC Utrecht, he was one of the best new wonder kids when it came to Dutch players. Didn't really live up to his potential, didn't get playtime at FC Utrecht, so made his way to Willem II. Of course, also Ringo Meerveld, a very talented youngster for this league. As you can see, very good. Physically could still improve, but technically 13s and 14s on the board, as well as his mentals being very good. So with those two, we're probably hoping that we can really do some damage in this league, because the board is expecting us to finish in the top 4 places in the KKD, the Keukenkampioen-divisie. That should be possible, because if we can take a look at the season preview, you'll see right here that only SC Groningen is going to finish above us. ADO Den Haag, which should also be in the Eredivisie already, are going to finish in 3rd. So we have some really good chances to go up, and I do think that we should be able to go up if we just keep performing well. We do not have a very large transfer budget, but it might be enough to bring in some more Dutch talent. So, like I said, there are a couple of rules, and let me walk through those rules in the first place. Firstly, like I said, we're only going to be using Dutch players. So the nationality of the players that we're using has to be Dutch, either the first or the second nationality. For example, we have Jerdy Hilterman right here. He is Surinamese, and you can see that as well here. He's playing also for the national team, but his second nationality is Dutch. So that means that he can still play for the Netherlands. When we then take a look at Rafael Bonuik, Matthias Verrek, Jeremy Bokila and Max Svensson, you see that we cannot use these players simply because they are not Dutch. So we're going to try to actively get them out of the club, use that money to bring in some other players, so it makes it easier for us to oblige by the rules that we've set for ourselves. The players that I've currently marked are the players that need to go. 2 squad players, 2 regular starters and 1 important player. And if we go ahead and click on Rafael Bohunek, you'll see that he's actually a very good player for this level, and it's a very big shame that we actually have to get rid of him. However, we set the rules and we can't do anything about it, so I'm going to try to sell on all of these players and hopefully get some money for them. Also, that means that we need some improvements, so I'm just going to play around a bit, see what kind of players we currently have in the squad, and also see where we need to improve if we're letting go of these players. With those 5 players out of the way, as you can see right here, we are still missing some depth into the team. We're looking for a center back, a left back, and actually 2 DMs. So we're looking for 4 more players, and after that I kinda also want to get rid of Dani Mathieu, who I don't rate very well. He can play in some positions where he could be useful, but he's not really very good in any of the positions that I want him to be good at, since we already have a backup in that advanced midfield position, which is Max de Waal. He's 21 years old and to me has a lot more potential. So very happy that we can already fill a first time squad. I have listed all 5 of those players, so let's hope some bids get in, and let's see what kind of players we can bring in of Dutch descent, which can help us improve this team even more. I'm gonna make some signings, I'm gonna see if I get some good bids in, and I'll be back in a couple of weeks to show you what kind of transfer business we have done. It's the 1st of August and the 5 players that we wanted to leave the club have actually left the club. Starting with Rafael Behuek, he went to SCR Altach in the Austrian League on loan, and he hopefully will be bought after the season. Matthias Verret went actually for $500,000 to Fortuna Sittard, very happy with that. Max Svensson went back to Sweden to Hammarby IF, very good for that as well. Jeremy Bokia left to Sparta Rotterdam, which is also a Dutch club, so very nice that he left. And also a little bit of a bonus, Mika de Jonge, he actually left to PEC Zwolle for 225k. A youngster who isn't good enough, I think, for our team. He's good, but I don't think he'll make it anyway. And he has went to PEC Zwolle, so we almost earned 1.1 million, which is very good. And we brought in 5 players, all on free transfers. Let's start off with Ryan Babel, a very old player, 36 years old, played everywhere, made a quick stint to Ajax and also came from Ajax after he left to Liverpool, 36 years old, and he's into the team. Then also Anwar El Ghazi on a very expensive deal for our team. He's a very good player, played from some big clubs back in the day and is now in the KKD with us. And he is going to make the difference because it's insane that we actually managed to get him in. Then the third is Leandro Fernandez, also a Dutch player who came from the PSV Youth Academy, then went to Italy, came back to the Netherlands, left for Norway and is now at Willem II, so we're very happy to have him in. Then also Michael van der Werf, a backup center back, and look how insanely well rounded this guy is with 34 years old. Brought him in from PEC where he didn't really get to playing anymore, and here I think he's going to have a starting position. Then the last player we brought in is Redouan El Yacoubi, and also a very good player, very well rounded. Brought him in on a very cheap fee, paying nothing, but his wages 3.9, that's a lot. But I think this guy is going to be making the difference as well for our team. Then if we take a look at the tactics, you'll see that everyone left except for Sigurdsson. I can't really get him to leave because we just bought him in game this season, so maybe next season I might be able to get him off the books. Let's put him in on loan offer and see if anyone accepts. So as you can see, we filled the whole team, so this is the full team and these are all the backups. 12 reserves, which I like. I'm going to play around a little bit and I will be back in a snap to show you what our starting 11 will look like for the next season. So I've played around a bit and I think this is the best starting 11. I've removed Freek Heerkens and also Erik Schouten from the starting lineup, and I've added El Yacoubi right there on the right back position and Michael van der Werf at the center back position, so I think they'll do very nicely there. Then also El Ghazi, the insane player we brought in, is on the right wing, and I've also added Ryan Babel to the striker position with his 69 caps for the Netherlands national team. And I think this team is going to be doing it. We're going to sim forward a little bit more, see if any more transfers happen. I don't think so. I do still have a lot of transfer budget, but I don't really see us spending on anything very valuable, so I'd rather just keep it into the balance to keep a very nice and healthy balance. If you're wondering what my person looks like, which I'm playing as Unskilled. Play, of course, that is my name, and let's see what we can find. Our stats, attributes right here. I focused on people management and motivating, so we will do well when we're at the sideline, and also working with youngsters because I'm planning to bring in a lot of youngsters. We've been a professional footballer. We have the Continental C license, which is very good to see. So let's do some more simulating to the end of January, the end of the transfer window, and see how we do in the friendlies with this new and revamped full Dutch Willem II team. Alright, here we go. So we have made sure that Runar Borg Sigurdsson has actually left to Hammarby IF, the same club, as Max Svensson, but he went on loan, so we're loaning him out so he can improve a little bit, and when he gets back, hopefully next year, we can sell him on. We have played 3 games off camera. We have played against Eindhoven, Groningen and Dordrecht. Didn't manage to win against Dordrecht, which was a big shame, but the 6-2 win against Groningen is really impressive, and Rijnenbabel getting a hat-trick is absolutely insane. Those 3 games mean that we're currently in 3rd position, which is absolutely good. We're doing fine. Nothing wrong with that. We're doing actually very good. Let me just show you, because I forgot, the facilities of Willem II. They have a 15k all-seater. They also have good academic coaching and good youth recruitment, which is absolutely good to see. The stadium has been built in 1995, so that means that we can still probably improve a lot on that stadium if we do reach some good financials. I didn't spend any money. Why? Because I wanted to make sure that we don't spend too much and that we keep a healthy balance for the years to come. Of course, next year is going to be even more important. We want to get promoted to the Eredivisie for the more money that we're getting there, and also of course so that bigger players would want to join our club. And also next year, the money that we get in, we're going to spend on some better Dutch players to hopefully stay in Eredivisie. But of course, for that we first need to make the Eredivisie. Anyway, that's why I'm going to be ending this episode. In the second episode, you'll see how we did in the first ever season with Willem II in the Keukenkampioen-divisie, and you'll see if we actually managed to reach the top league in the Netherlands. I want to thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe down below if you want to follow me on this epic journey where we bring Willem II to the top of the Dutch leagues, and also do it while only playing Dutch born players. Once again, thank you for watching, hope you've enjoyed, and see you in the next episode.